it is getting serious. It is getting serious. So, um, paternity test, as you all know, is tied to a lot of things. But there are certain people who said, why are we talking about DNA? Paternity test is of no importance in justice for Mohbad. Well, you'll be listening to what you have never heard before. You will get to hear from those. You will get to hear from Wunmi. She is challenging us, telling us that paternity test, DNA test of Liam, has nothing to do with the demise of Mohbad. She said, how can you compare this and eventually come to that conclusion to say motive? Like what motive? If it was about millions of naira, maybe you will say motive. And I'm kind of like shocked. You are going to hear all of it yourself. I don't really understand. Is it not possible for husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, to erase themselves, end themselves, RIP one person or the other, as a result of argument on paternity? Is it not possible? We have seen people RIP themselves for money that is not enough to buy them a bottle of soft drinks, carbonated drinks. We have seen people RIP someone that has not hurt them directly, or because they are envious of the success of that person. So, must there be something big or something that connects to money? No, not at all. Not at all. Envy, jealousy, and someone who has unbridled anger, it could result to the demise of one person or the other. Particularly if you have been given the job, take this man out. Take this man out. Take this man out. There is no limit to what we can say. I mean, a lot of examples of why anyone can decide to take people out. In fact, majority that have taken someone out, RIP someone, if you ask them, they will end up saying it is a work of the devil. So what happened? We were arguing. This reminds me of a story of two individuals in diaspora, I think in Italy or France. According to the dude, they had a fight or they had this argument and they fought, pushed themselves. The lady hit her head. This guy chopped the lady up and put him in the fridge, in the freezer. So what are we saying? Well, I want you guys to judge for yourself. You will be listening. Drop your comment about what you are about to hear. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to tap on the subscribe button.
Báwo ṣé bí ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ táwa náà sọ fún wọn lélẹ̀ tá a fi dúró pé stop bullying this girl, stop bullying her, but ẹ̀yin dúró lórí ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ kò tàbí ká Suzy kíní burúkú yẹn tó dàbí ẹni tí ẹ̀yin fọ́mọ́ nínú á máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí ọmọ pẹ́nu tẹ́ bá wádìí ẹ̀ dáadáa bó ṣe wà oṣù ẹ̀ ò lè pé tẹ́ bá wo birth certificate ẹ̀ oṣù ẹ̀ ò lè pé gẹ̀rẹ́sì mẹ́wàá á máa ṣe bí mẹ́wàá kan náà wọn brain cells ẹ̀ bí yòó àbí mẹ́wàá gbogbo resources ilẹ̀ ń put into ẹ̀ débi wípé Aries náà láti confess pé yes lóòótọ́ ni òun lòun rán àwọn gbọ́à TV lọ sí police station gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn King White sọ wípé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ yẹn Aries náà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wàá sọ lé ní pé yes bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ gan-an nìyẹn pé gbogbo bó ṣe ń fòun ṣe ẹ̀yẹ ńgbà yẹn abájọ mi náà Aries ò jáde fọjọ́ méjì náà láwọn pa kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí hit ìyá yìí o she didn't come out aside from ipò wọ́n yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n tún kọ́ àwọn ẹni tó tún rán lọ wọ́n tì wọ́n mọ́lé ó ní King White ló bóun bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn.
Yeah, but mo lọ sọ́dọ̀ Aries lẹ́nu. So when we were discussing, one lady just bagged me. Why Wunmi is not doing? I'm not. So someone pay. You guys, you're always going all and on about DNA is the motive. Okay, I'm going to speak to you now. Like me, I'm going to let's go from legal point of view now. If that DNA comes out tomorrow, and that child is not Mohbad's kid, it's not enough ground to charge Wunmi to court. It's not. So if you are saying DNA is the main reason, is the key to this case, then you are fooling yourselves. Because it doesn't prevent your láti pọ̀pọ̀. Neither does it prevent your husband from killing his wife as well. Money, so DNA is irrelevant in this case. Is totally irrelevant. So if you are still leaning on this DNA of the issue, then you guys, you don't even know the fact of this case. You don't even know what the law says.
I want you guys to pay attention. Pay attention. If you are for justice for Mohbad, just pay attention to what you are listening to.
Pathology results at the autopsy result, except over point, definitely there's a foul play, either maybe in the form of poison or maybe stabbing of anything. Money until that, as far as I'm concerned, area wall and she. Because so bad proof that he was actually killed, maybe by poison or in any form, then why about only DNA? I don't understand. Mr. Pythagoras said, like, why would DNA be the main reason why you have to charge somebody to court for the murder of somebody who scientifically cannot be proven that he was killed? How?
They are all dumb. They won't get the necessary nutrients of life. So they could get in that one kekere. So they didn't develop well from childhood.
I've always said it.
Otherwise,
in life,
tell them to the extreme.
Make sure nobody RIP you. Because if you live this life like this, like the way Mohbad left it, these are the kind of talk. Wunmi is now the victim. Whilst Mohbad,
court will still not sanction any DNA.
It's just gone for nothing.
Who do you want to link it to? Yes. Yes, you have to link any to Lomo into the case. So Shema Kolosha, random people on the street in Pokio, a jabers ni test and to show Pamele Lomo, Katole link you up to the case. No, it still doesn't make any sense. Go make any sense. Kill the crime of Gonleni seeing DNA will still not open up this case for you. That is why it has been tested over the time. And that's why it has now turned to a procedure of investigating a crime. After seeing the crime, there are elements to the crime. You have to try and connect them before you now start talking of motive. DNA can never be a motive in any crime. It has never been a motive in any crime to start with.
Wow.
It has never been. DNA is not part of any recognized motive.
No, all of their DNA be life insurance.
It's not. What is motive? Motive ni motivation.
So paternity cannot be a motivation.
Doesn't even connect you, should make any logical meaning. Nothing at all. Nǹkan tó lè motivate mi ní pé mo fẹ́ rí owó yìí àbí ẹni ìfẹ́ mo fẹ́ cover up nǹkankan. Look for a way to connect it. Don't just open your mouth and say DNA is a motive. No, it's not.
So paternity is not.
You don't even know if it's a crime to start with. You have to establish that, number one. Number two, you have to look for people, your witnesses, your people of interest, your suspects. You need to have a suspect first to the crime. You need to know how the crime was carried out. Then you have to start looking into the person's character. That's where you now start looking at motive. This regular person.
Murder weapon.
Yes, you still need the weapon itself. Kill off if you commit a crime.
Are you guys listening?
This person, because you need to prove that also, the intention before you can know what crime to charge the person with. If you are charging somebody with murder, it has to be premeditated. So that means you need to look at the person's intention. Was his intention to cause the death of that person?
So are we saying
You have to be
homicide?
able to prove that. It's a very tough, it's a tall order. It's a huge mountain to climb. Nobody examine the intention.
Like and share, guys. Like and share.
Recklessly.
In life,
Without meaning any harm.
do all possible not to allow anybody to take your life.
Okay, now it now makes sense. That is when you now unravel the mystery behind that murder. That's when you can have a conviction. Otherwise, Shereni. Oh boy, it's exposed there. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo olè tó fẹ́ jà tọ́nà dẹ̀ ti mú ẹ tó rí jà, of course o ti máa ráhùn kékeré kan jà lábẹ́lẹ̀ táàrí o. O ti máa láwọn owó kan tó ti gbà á lẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé àìtí ìtọ́jú bọ̀ dáadáa. Kí ló máa mú ẹ láti sọ pé o wá fẹ́ lọ organize show kan? O wá ń pe prime suspects. O máa wà lára àwọn main attraction ẹ máa lára àwọn performance ẹ lọ́jọ́ yẹn. O dẹ̀ kò fẹ́ honour memory ẹni yìí. Make it make sense. Or make any sense at all. We are still not in people's definition. We have not gotten justice for this guy, in quotes.
Mr. Patagras, for all we know, there's a possibility that even African TV might still be collecting some funding based on this case, that is because Oruko Mohbad ṣì wà lórí foundation ni.
Yes, àwọn kan máa sanwó fún ni in diaspora. Àwọn kan tí wọ́n mọ nitty-gritty case yìí.
That they are not online, they don't use, they are not social media.
Yes.
Ó dà pé àwọn York Daddy gbé kíní ẹ̀ jáde pé there's something that is linked to his own account, personal account ẹ̀ lánàá.
The person who jẹ́ foundation account ta ló lásẹ̀sì sí. Tó bá ti jẹ́ foundation àbí ó ti jẹ́ African TV kìíní kó ti wà lórí website yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn kan máa já sórí website yẹn tó jẹ́ pé out of compassion, out of just their own free will, wọ́n kọ̀ wọ́n pé ẹni ìjà fún kéésì.
Like and share, guys. Justice for Mohbad.
Yes. Ó dàbí àwọn tó máa ní pé there is famine in Africa, there is poverty.
For laundering gan.
Yeah.
Money laundering. Bá mi ṣe something and Mohbad something on it.
Yeah, o wá sọ pé o fẹ́ organize ìṣòwèrè kan. O fẹ́ organize party kan, kó wá kọrin, kó wá ṣe kinní kan, ó máa gba prize.
Yeah.
This man olè ayé àti ọ̀run ni. That's why mo ò ṣetán àti fún lẹ́ni soft landing nígbà tó ń sọ pé láti kan ló ṣe kinní kan òun gangan ní gbéwiri olórí olè ní Lárí Ọmọdíà.
Bàbá ńlá olè ni bàbá 70 olè criminal dẹ̀ ni criminal ni. Out of all people báwo ló ṣe máa sọ pé prime boy prime suspect tí wọ́n ti clear tó ṣì likely kó jẹ́ pé ó lọ́wọ́ nu kú tó pa Mohbad.
Imagine.
Òun ló wá fẹ́ connect orúkọ Mohbad mọ́ tó wá fẹ́ lọ fi ṣe show.
Ìjọba kò fẹ́ ọ̀nà memory ẹ̀.
What a memory. What a memorial.
If you have good intention concerning a foundation, why are you bothering yourself concerning the DNA of the deceased child?
Oh. What has that got to do?
You sure you are trying to take out the competition?
Mọ nǹkan tó fi ṣe excuse ni ó nítorí pé kí lórúkọ onípọ̀nmọ́ tó wà ní USA ẹ̀gbọ́n Wunmi.
Carry more.
Onípọ̀mọ̀.
Yeah, to get intense, so let continue.
Okay. Ó nítorí pé ó sọ pé òun máa sue very dark man. Ṣé excuse nìyẹn torí pé ó sọ pé òun máa sue very dark
Excuse
man.
to make sense now. Excuse for you.
Lárí gbéwèrè ni Lárí olè ni. We always want to look for something to cover up for whatever thing. Wọ́n bá ká yín mọ́ dípọ́tì ọbẹ̀ náà. Ẹ̀yin náà máa ní kọ̀sọ̀ láti sọ náà.
Very strong in our conviction that she has nothing to do with the prayer of this boy, and that's why we're here supporting them. If they believe that she has a hand, it's okay. Let the best man win. The end will justify. Show you, so I don't, even if it's Papariano's person, I feel like Utiwalti Sorodada. Now, Jeffrey Mole, I appreciate your submission, and you know, we also share a bit of your sentiments around, you know, justice for Mohbad and you know, this man, this boy getting help and all that. For majority of us, we knew Mohbad long before his spy. We listened to his music, we heard his stories. You know, at the time when the Malians were beating him here and there, majority of us were privy to that because we saw those videos, and of course, because nobody knows say the boy go die, nobody raised alarm that time or asked questions, say, why don't they beat this boy? What's they happen for these people and this record label? Now, when you say the only thing I want to address, because again, I believe say we all they get right to our opinion, and your opinion be that, and we respect that. The only thing I want to address be saying you talk say all fingers and all everybody where they talk they mention Mohbad now Mohbad did there Mohbad did this Mohbad did that. So now that one be the only thing when I see where you talk where they questionable. Now I want to correct that notion real quick. Say Mohbad no can come out, no come out, can't talk anything. Now Mohbad owes nobody on social media an explanation. Now the moment when Nigerians don't come out, can't cry for help for this boy, now states don't take over him. Now, if the government did not step in to exhume that body, and Nigerians are asking questions, then Omoumi owes us an answer. Then Omoumi can come on social media to respond or to give us answers to our question. But the moment where states don't step in, where police don't step in, where courts don't step in to take over the case, Omoumi no get rights to come on social media to can't talk anything. Because if she come online, can't talk anything, she go indict herself, she go come there in contempt of the courts. It go come become case of, she talk say, just like it be for Baba Mohbad now. The only reason why Baba Mohbad did for this kind of trouble when he did now because he come social media, he can't talk waiting he supposed to talk and waiting he not supposed to talk. He talk waiting be true, and he talk waiting be lie. So whether you like him or not, now why Baba Mohbad did for this deep shit when he did so? Because people where they around them, can't they use Baba Mohbad to either build their platform to make money or to get recognition for social media. And unfortunately, Baba Mohbad turned him became to national cake. Everybody they go there, they chop within the feed shop. Now, why Wunmi no go come on social media to talk anything? Now because they don't already carry the matter go where they go ask with
Firing from all cylinders there. They were fighting from different fronts. African TV was having its own. They were activating VDM. They were activating Gurexi and the other thieves. On fight from all angles. Nimba any African TV send the contrast to Josie. Last year at one Belgium. 20 more Pokio. There was no room for them to reconcile the family at all from the start. There was no room. They only wanted to come and create the rift, to widen the rift between them.
Yes. Can't only be jolly.
Exactly.
Or you could about to be tear one part and one be penetrates.
So only the Lati Commission Josie no pay law through attack online, attack your boy, so that there will be no room for reconciliation. This was a pre-planned something. They wanted to break everything down.
Thank you, Pythagoras. Ṣé mo pa àwọn tó ti gbéṣẹ́ yẹn fún wọn láti ibi tó ti wà yẹn àwọn ẹni ẹlọ́mà tí wọ́n ti mọ̀jò sí in-house thing ni wọ́n á ti sọ fún ẹ pé bàbá yẹn gangan ni kẹ́ mú mọ́ra o. Bàbá yẹn gangan ni kẹ́ mú mọ́ra. That guy is a greedy man. Àwọn tó ti mọ̀. So yẹ bó ṣe sọ wípé there is more to this case. Tó bá dẹ̀ yà wọ́n máa sọ síta tó yíta ẹ̀ bá sọ ọ̀nà onígbàyìn ilé onígbàyìn gbogbo kọ́ wọn máa ṣe yín ni àfìgbàtẹ́ bá túṣu désàlẹ̀ kù.
They are linked together to one paymaster lókè. They are only acting out because they are not getting the right attention now, or they are not the focus of audio or something. Nǹkan tó oríṣiríṣi wọn ṣe act out nìyẹn. Paymaster kan, either corporation or individual or group of individuals ló ń direct gbogbo kíní yìí. It's just that they have different fronts.
That has been my stance. Let's say, Ojo, our people here, no, somebody is actually down. Koko wan be yon kolon lulu fún wọn. You know that. Ìgbà tó ti ṣe tójú ti tì ẹ̀yẹn tá ti ó mọ̀ gbà tá ti wú idiot nígbà tí bàbá Mohbad gbé lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ Oríyọmí nígbà yẹn tó bá jẹ́ tó ní shame ni ìgbà yẹn lẹ́yìn kó ti wọlé lọ kó sẹ́ pẹ̀lú ó tún ṣe ń torí bọ̀. I could see that I think he appeared in one of the corona inquest sitting. Tó wọn àti èèyàn kan fi ń jáde tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo kàn rí mi ò mọ̀ bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ṣá mi mọ̀ bóyá èèyàn kankan rí kíní interview yẹn bí ìgbà tí God bless you sir mo kàn kú wéré ní bọ̀bọ̀ yìí o nǹkan kan wà á di ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe nínú kó jẹ́ pé o ti sign agreement pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń sanwó fún ẹ pé nínú kẹ́ ẹ kú síbẹ̀ má padà wálé o àbí kó jẹ́ pé nǹkan kan wà ń bẹ̀ tí wọ́n gan náà tó ṣì ń jẹ́ personally but something is there.
So the claim is that Wunmi is innocent, and even if the DNA test, because eventually I think they've come to realize that the DNA will be done, even if the DNA comes out negative, that is not enough reason to nail Wunmi. That is not enough reason. Well, until then, you see, in life, there are a lot of people who will encourage you, they will support you, they will advise you, they will tell you to move on, they will tell you to continue. Don't worry, continue, we will support you, we are there for you, continue, it's okay. Now, when problem begins, or when you are now to face the wrath or justice, judgment, then they will run away from you. How can anyone in their sane mind say that paternity or DNA test is not part or can be part of the reason why two individuals, or Mohbad and Wunmi, that it cannot be the reason why they engage in argument or a fight? Wunmi never told us there was a fight. And of course, Wunmi told our sisters, aunties, and uncles like this, they have information that there was a fight. So they said it's just a normal fight between man and woman, husband and wife. Now, are we kind of pretending that fight or argument between a man and woman could result into the demise of one? So if we are to say so, then why can't we say the fight or argument between Prime Boy and Mohbad is normal? It's a quarrel argument between two childhood friends. So what is the big deal? Why are they more interested in nailing Prime Boy and the nurse? Why are they more comfortable about that? Why? Why is that convenient? They just don't want this DNA to be done. DNA is like, no, don't link DNA to it. Don't link DNA to it. No, DNA. And I'm kind of thinking that there are three groups of people. One, those that have been paid to support Wunmi. Maybe they started and then they felt they would get recognition and money will be given to them to continuously promote the interest of Wunmi. Then we have those who have the same happening in their lives. They brought in children that are not their husbands. So they need to stand, they need to act like they are in support of this, just to kind of massage their conscience. They know. And the third people, these are just senseless people, wicked. Senseless and wicked. Just wicked people. As long as there is something evil, bad, wicked, they are there to support because it smells and it feels like wickedness. That's it. Nothing more. Because you don't need to have a degree in forensic analysis. You don't need to have been trained to investigate or a detective. No, you don't need to have all of that to know that the account or the statement of spending and of Prime Boy indicates that Mohbad and Wunmi had issues and they were arguing about paternity. And Wunmi also, from what we heard, was talking about the new girlfriend Mohbad found in the UK. So fight broke out. Spenny said he was protecting the baby, holding the baby, because both of them had left the baby like anything that wants to happen, let it happen here. Aggressiveness. They fought. They had issues. They fought. Did Wunmi use something on Mohbad or not? Was it by mistake? And what is it centered upon? Paternity. Now, if I am suspicious and I say, look, I am suspicious, I believe that this child, the paternity of this child, is what resulted to the fight and the argument between my son and the girlfriend or wife. I want this paternity to be done to ascertain if that child is my son's. End of story. That's what the man have just said. So why is that a big thing? The effort these Wunmi's uncle and aunties, family members, mentor, the effort they are putting, why can't they just put in this into Wunmi? Wunmi, do DNA. Once DNA is done, because what they are trying to say is this: Mohbad's father, he knows or is suspicious that that child is not for Mohbad. He's not really seeking for justice. Once it is clear that that child does not belong to Mohbad, then he will be happy. He will be able to spend the money. Is it your son's money? If Liam is not Mohbad's son, who else is entitled to the money? Who else is entitled to anything? I'm very sure that all of these people want their parents to benefit from them. They want their parents to be proud of them. So what is now the big issue? What is the big deal? I cannot put my fingers on it, but I am very sure of one thing, very certain, that all of these people talking, if they are putting their legs in the shoes of Mohbad's father, they will act even more than this. There's nothing that they will not do. Who else? Who else? Who else? If it comes to paternity test is negative, who else? Who else? Is it Wunmi? I don't get it. We are talking of someone's life here. We are talking of someone's life here. We are talking of someone's life. We say let us make sure that we expand. Let us make sure that we dig into all angles. They say they are still not sure what it could be, what could have caused the demise of Mohbad. We are still not sure. We are still not sure. Okay, if we are still not sure, why don't we begin to be sure? And the part of the man who has insisted that he's not going to stop, I'm talking of the African TV man, says he's going to organize a show. If he was doing his own analysis on his African television, it's okay. The part of going extra mile, organizing a contest, you are going to invite Prime Boy to be one of the headliners of the show and all of that, that's an overreach. It is not wise. I don't really understand that man. But then Mohbad's father is no longer with that man. They have no business together. So whatever he does, it is his business. Mohbad's father, if he wants, he can decide on what to do or what not to do about that. If he wants to tell him to desist from such, it is his personal business. It is not in our own right. We can't give him the order, but people can definitely express their opinion and tell him. But this man is all over the place. He's all over the place. He's all over the place. And we heard that money is still being okay. They said there is the payment option still on his platform with Mohbad's name, and he has not edited it. He has not taken it out. That's because he still believes in what he believes he wants to do on Mohbad's thing. It is left for Mohbad's father to take action, and also for people to say, hey, look, enough is enough. Don't proceed on this anymore. Stop it. It depends. It depends on Mohbad's father, like I said. And of course, people always speak too. People will always speak like how they are speaking, either for or against. So I don't know what your thoughts are as regards what you've heard. You've heard from Team Wunmi. You've heard from Wunmi because majority of them are expressing what Wunmi told them, the conversation they had with Wunmi. Many of them are privy to one-on-one with Wunmi. They are simply telling you what Wunmi is saying. For example, one of them in one of previous talk said that if Mohbad's father had asked Wunmi privately, like if Mohbad's father will do this DNA thing privately, that Wunmi is ready. Yeah, it's not an opinion. It's actually what Wunmi wants. Wunmi is afraid of the consequences. of that test.